What is going on, my Poké Geeks and Gamers? It's Memory Martin here, and today we're going to look over the Japanese Legends Arceus trailer that dropped. So, those who are wondering why I'm covering the Japanese one over the English one, there's a little more info that was dropped in there, obviously not too much. And also, the main reason, one of my viewers, Dio, translated it for me. He put all of it in the Discord, and so I figured I'd read it to you guys so that we could get a better grasp of it, and also maybe kind of expand on the story a bit, since we know quite a bit. So thankfully he has it timestamped as well for translations. Now obviously these are rough translations. He used the book for it, so if any of you guys know Japanese and maybe you can help expand on like what they said, definitely let me know in the comments. So we'll just get started right here. So obviously we've got Legends Arceus. Alright, and here we're writing on all of the Pokemon. We got Braviary, we got Basculegion, we've got Weirdeer, and right here, this is a new thing that I'm gonna cover when we do a video on the website. This is the Arc phone. This is how we go through like the menu and such. I'm gonna admit, I don't know how I feel about it, especially because it's supposed to be ancient Sinnoh, so I feel like this shouldn't be a thing. Like the Rotom phone, it makes sense, you know. Obviously, it's a new region. They're exploring like the capabilities of Rotom and such. That is understandable, but this to me, I don't know. And also one of the things I want to note, if I go back to, what's his name? I think it's, Leon? I don't know how you say his name. There's a lot of purple in the back behind him, which I think is noticeable in the English trailer. I don't remember. I only saw it once, so I don't recall. And then as you can see here, we're walking up, and here is something. There's someone. Here's Jubilife City. There's a person. Alright. And then the first timestamp that Dio has for us here is right here. Where it says across the land Pokemon. So, I guess I'm wondering if maybe this is kind of like the intro scene, maybe, where, you know, where someone's always like, welcome to the world of Pokemon, or something like that. Or maybe it's like gonna be worded differently, where it's like across the land there are creatures known as Pokemon, or something like that. So let's see, of course we got the day-night cycle here with Starlies and Driftlings. We've got Beautifly and Dusthawks, which makes sense. We got some Celios and Seals, Pachirisu, some Gligar, and then here we have Lopunny hitting the tree, and out comes a Combi. I'm guessing this just says, you know, Combi's Japanese name appeared or something like that. Dio doesn't have a translation for this one. And there we throw the Pokeball and we catch it. And then here is Electabuzz and Electivire, and there's us getting hit, and as you can see there's the black screen. So this thing being level 69, clearly this is late game, and based on the snowy mountain region that we're in, I'm thinking we're close to Snowpoint City, maybe even nearby Lake Acuity. And one of the things I'm wondering about too, because I just thought about this actually. So in Sinnoh, in the Diamond Pearl Platinum, once you beat the game, you can go back to Snowpoint City and you'll be able to enter the Snowpoint Temple. And in the Snowpoint Temple, that's where you're able to encounter Regigigas, and you can catch it. Now, in order to get it, you need all three of the Regis, Regice, Regirock, and Registeel. I almost said Regidrago. Whoops. From the previous game in order to get it. So in the original version, if you had a original DS or a DS Lite, as I have an original DS, what you would do is you would insert the Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald into the Game Boy slot on the bottom, and you would transfer the Pokemon to Pal Park. Now, obviously, that's not a thing in this version. You would have to do it through home from Sword and Shield, which makes sense. So, I'm wondering if we're going to be able to encounter Regigigas in here, or if maybe this is when the Snow Point Temple is built. Because that would be really cool, because we've only seen Jubilife Town. We haven't seen any of the other hall markers. And one of the other things, too, because I just thought of this as well, for Aroma Town, the history behind that one is it was a barren wasteland until one day a young woman gave gratitude to the land, and that's when all of the flowers just blossomed, and that's how For Aroma Town was made. So I'm wondering if also we can maybe get a side quest with Shaman, and that's how we get For Aroma Town. Well, it develops into the modern For Aroma Town that we know. So that'd be cool. But anyway, so there's us with Mamoswine. And then Dio's got some more translations here. So according to Dio, her name is Mai in English, but in Japan, she is Captain Yoni. I'm not quite sure, because he has the Y and the N capitalized here. He says Captain Yone, that's her name. It can mean like right as an opposite of left. I looked this name up in a Japanese naming book, and people with Yone in their name tend to be friendly but betrayed easily. Tragic past. So, possibly. Also, a lot of people point out she looks very similar to Marnie. Is it Marnie? Or is it Marley? No, it's Marley. Whoops. I've been watching the anime, so, yeah. The Sinnoh arc is so good. Anyway. So, yeah, I could definitely see her being an ancestor of Marley. Also, that Ursaring on her suit? Ooh, that's so good. Alright, so here she's saying, here is my, Gonbei partner, Aibo. That's what... So, I think Gonbei is Munchlax's Japanese name? Because I don't think it's Aibo, because I remember... I think that was the Japanese nickname for Gold's Ambipom in the Pokemon Adventures manga, because I remember Expo, Abo, Togebo, that's how Gold nicknames his Pokemon. I could be wrong. But yeah, so, together we grew up like siblings, and that is what she says in the English version, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's what she also says. So, this one he said he had a little trouble with. You will use a funny ball, reference to a Pokeball maybe? They will fight, not super sure about this. Do you have confidence to fight along Pokemon? Okay, so I think what she's saying there, again, this is just my interpretation. So obviously Mai, as you can see, we can fight Mai, and her Munchlax, because it's very rare for people to bond with Pokemon at this point. So I'm wondering if maybe she's asking how good you are with catching Pokemon? Maybe? I'm not entirely sure. So let's see. The next one he has is coming up right now. So, this guy here... Oh shoot, what's his name? I don't remember his name right now. But this guy here, apparently his Japanese name is Suzuki. This guy's name is the type of plant Miscanthus in English. I don't know what a Miscanthus is, so you guys can tell me in the comments. And he says here, why the sudden visit? You're gonna give me a heart attack, please. He talks like an old guy. So, Yeah, I'm guessing, he sounds like a guy who gets easily spooked. If I had to take a guess. So apparently he is Captain Suzuki, so, apparently all of these guys are called captains in the Japanese version. For us, they're called wardens. Which I find kind of interesting. Let's see, so... Also, Dio mentions his name is usually a girl's name. In the Japanese naming book, it said people with this name have a hard time with money, likes to run, likes to collect, good for Pokemon, I guess, and shaky relationships with parents. So, I don't know what that could refer to. So, it's Weirdier. So, here's Mai, and I think his name's Laventon? Yeah, Laventon, because I remember from the purple hat. Let's see. So here's Yoni saying, you see the suspicious carries people through Hisui. So I think she's talking about Weirder here, because earlier, when we got introduced to Mai, she had the Weirder on her, bangle. Which would make sense, because the scene right before that was Weirder, and we already know we can write on it, so... A Pokemon you should thank, is what she's saying. And then here we have, Suzuki, who's talking about Basque Legion here, or as it's known in Japan, Idaito? I think is how you say it. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the Japanese. I don't know Japanese. I want to, though. Let's see, so Suzuki says, Idaito's melody, you can't get past, or won't let you pass, not sure. That's kind of a weird one, because right here, we can see, the characters are using the flute here, so I don't know what that's about. And then obviously here's Weirdier and his jumping abilities. And then Basque Legion jumping abilities. And as you can see, we can catch Pokemon while on top of Basque Legion. I'm guessing we can do that on Weirdier as well. And then here's Braviary. And that looks really cool. Alright, so what's next? So here is Jubilife Town. So... let's see, the next timestamp Dio has here is, this place is called Kotobuki Mura. Sounds like a family name. I wonder if that's... I'm gonna have to look up Jubilife City when we cover the site to see what its Japanese name is. I mean, considering it's still called Jubilife, I would assume it has a similar Japanese name. And then, let's see, so this here, because they were on the, potion for quite a bit. If I can go back. What's that? Let's see if I can just go back 5 seconds. Alright. So, let's see. This item is called Kizugosuri, which sounds like medicine. 60 HP is a clue. Yeah, so this is the potion. I find it interesting that despite this being the regular potion, it heals way more than the regular one that we get to, like, in modern day. The modern one only heals 20, so I'm wondering why they changed this. I wonder if maybe... I don't know, maybe if, like, because we get more Pokemon, maybe they heal for more, or maybe... I'm not entirely sure. Alright, so let's see here. Alright, so, this here... Ohagi. This lady's name written in characters you would use for a foreigner. An outsider, token American, I don't know. This name refers to a traditional food that's like mochi mixed with a rice cake. Let's see. So what Pokemon do you want to drop off? So, Dio mentions it sounds like the daycare. So this here is actually the Pokemon pasture. This here is our, PC box. At least from what I remember about the English one. So let's see here. So the Pokemon highlighted is called Fuwaraido? Fuwaride? Fluffy Ride? A ghost flying type. It runs down stats of HP, fight, defense, special attack, special defense, quickness, speed. Okay, so attack is called fight. I didn't know that. Let's see. The bottom 4 boxes appear to be its moveset. Hard to understand since I don't play the games. That's Dio. Obviously, I know way too much about it. Tatsarim, Ghost Move, Meso, Espro type, Psychic, Magical Flame, Fire, and Jinsuriki, Esper, Psychic probably. So yeah, so if I remember from the English trailer, it was, I know this is Mystical Fire. I remember that because Magical Fire. This one was Extra Sensory. I think this one was Calm Mind. This one might have been Hex or Nightshade. I don't remember off the top of my head. But what I find interesting is Extra Sensory doesn't have a scroll. It's the only move that doesn't. And I'm wondering what this icon is here with the fight and the numbers. I don't know. Because it's level it's level 32. Maybe you guys in the comments, if you guys can run some stat calculators, because I don't have time to do it right now. But if you guys in the comments can run a stat calculator to see if it's possible for Drifloon to get these stats at level 32, definitely let me know. Let's see. Okay. So here we get some more Pokemon. And then here we have the clothing store and the hair salon. Alright. So here we have the photo shoot. And this guy, Genzo, this old dude's name. People with this name tend to be a hard worker, good at cooking, sense of justice, pillar of a family, life full of hardship, and not good at staying still. Japanese name books are weird. Okay. So Genzo says, we sell pictures. The word for picture is weird, not sure how to explain it. With your Pokemon, would you like one? There's a whole list of poses you can choose here. First one says, arms folded, like she is, so there you go. It looks like you would click each option and it would give you a list, but unclear. So yeah, basically this is kind of similar to if you guys played Sword and Shield and you ever went to the hair salon or did the makeup. It's kind of similar. You have to click on it to get a preview of what you want, which makes sense. Aw, Rowlet. Alright, let me see here. Alright, so the next timestamp here, let me see what Dio has. Universe's Gijutsu. The word for universe is not typical. Gingaden could be a name, but sounds like what an anime character calls an attack, like jutsu. It's a high collar. Is that a style? Sounds like a weirdo. I'm wondering if this has something to do with the Galaxy team. I don't know what Team Galactic's call it in Japanese. But if I had to take a guess, it's probably something similar. So if I had to take a guess, that's probably what it is. Let's see now. Also, she looks like Mars and Silver. I don't know if that's a theory about Silver and Mars being related, but she does. Alright, so here we have Hinatsu. And she just says, hey, my name's Hinatsu. And here we have Captain Hinatsu. Man, they'll rank anyone captain in this game. And then here, Gingaden's Gijutsu is amazing, but I have a lot to learn. Something like that. I don't know exactly what she's talking about there. Alright, so there's more of the purple. And here's, Kikui. That's his Japanese name. Let's see here. Zubari, you came to see Basagiri. So, I think Zubari is her Japanese name. Because I'm trying to remember what her English one is. I think it's like I something maybe? I don't remember. Yes, and he is Captain Kikui. Let's see. He's either saying I'm a captain of or my captain is. Something about giving its favorite food. So, if you guys watch the English trailer, you already know, he's saying he's the captain of the forest and he has to give something food. And then here's Denboku. Let's see. This shop you can watch Basagiri. I don't know why he mentions a shop there. Alright. And then here it's saying for the first time, Forest King Basagiri. So obviously this here is Kleavor, the new Pokemon. And here we see our character getting hit. We can throw those bombs. And we can also send out our Pokemon. So I want to point something out here. First off, Oshawa's level 16, not evolving. Second, for some reason, he has more HP in the Japanese version than in the English one. I think in the English one, he only had like 60 HP, like a little less than 70 HP. And it got brought down to 18 with that attack. What the heck? Also, because Zio didn't translate this, from what I remember of the English version, Oshawott has Tackle, Aqua Jet, and Sword Stance. But from the latest version that he could appear in, which was, I think, Gen 7, with the Ultra games, he couldn't learn those moves this early. I think the latest he could learn them was like right below level 30. So, that's interesting. And that also kind of makes me wonder, like, obviously, I know this game comes in later, so, you know, the way, you know, as they progress through the generations, the Pokemon tend to learn moves earlier, but I'm talking, like, from a lore standpoint, why is it that Oshawott could learn it earlier compared to, like, you know, Unova and such? Anyway. So here's an announcement. It's coming soon, January 28th, 6,578 yen. It sounds like a lot. Which it is. Obviously, it's $60, just like the regular games. And then right here, which I'm, let's see. And then some pre-order stuff. You can get the Growlithe, Hisuian Growlithe, clothing. And then, in Japan only, you can get this Arceus promo card. I want this promo card so bad. Arceus V. Arceus attacks listed as Trinity Change and Power Edge. And then, of course, the Pokeballs as well. So anyway, that's about it for the Japanese trailer. And that's everything that Dio was able to translate. Again, if any of you guys are a little bit more fluent in Japanese and you can maybe help with like interpreting what it is that they mean through the text, definitely let me know in the comments. But that does it for me. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Peace and love, and I will catch you next time.